Pod Chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. When I say pod, y'all say chef. Pod Chef. You listening to Pod Chef. It's a podcast.
Hey everyone, welcome to Pod Chef. I'm talking low.
God damn it.
I'm talking low because I was told that I talk too loud. I'm your host, Jamal. With me is my co-host, Reeve. Say what's up.
Hey everyone, excited to be here. I can't hear myself this time, so we can continue recording.
Say what's up, co-host to the co-host, Brian.
This is going, hey everyone, what's up? It's Brian. This is going fantastic. The audio will sound fine, but so you know, Jamal had his speakers up, so there was an echo, and then Reeves froze. So I'm gonna have to edit a bunch of shit, which I'm bad at. So here we go.
All right. That's probably the cleanest intro we've done. Yeah, I said Pod Chef is the only official Top Chef podcast sanctioned by Tom Colicchio.
That's right.
Yeah, you were sleeping because I was talking low because I didn't want to peak. I didn't want to peak too early. We have another special guest with us. I'm going to introduce him, and this is what I got straight from the UCB website. So if this is wrong, I hope he corrects me.
You could have asked me. We talked for like 10 minutes just now. You could have asked me before we went on mic. What the All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, this is good.
Our guest used to perform at UCB, but then Corona happened. You could have seen him with the Stepfathers every Friday at 9 or on ASCAP, but you can't anymore, and you fucked up. He now plays Roller Coaster Tycoon a lot and eats edibles. Seeking raps only for quarantine. Please welcome to the pod, Sebastian Conelli.
I mean, oh, that's a lie. None of that helps anything, bro. None of that, Jamal. Yeah, no, none of it's true.
What? I thought you wrote your own bios on the UCB website.
I did, but I think one day during quarantine, like I was just fucking. I did a couple of claws, a couple of gummies, and I got my feelings. You know, I just jumped on there.
And you thought no one would ever read this on a public platform ever.
I guess if they did, they did. Who cares? None of that matters anymore. I guess I should go. I mean, the theater's closed, so I don't even know why we're referencing it anymore.
Okay, and so now that's some sad news for some people who aren't up on.
Jesus, if you're not up, I don't know what to tell. Then you were never in, so it don't fucking matter. You know what I mean? That's like me being pissed Dollywood closed. All right, I never been. I wasn't going. Who the fuck cares? You know, why am I even gonna be in my feelings?
So UCB's done. Hey, thanks for.
Can't you just plug my podcast? That's all you had to do, and you plugged it before the fucking show. All you had to say was he had a podcast, not that I played Roller Coaster Tycoon. Okay.
Sebastian Conelli has a podcast called Loud About Nothing. I thought originally it was about black people he sees out in public because we do talk loud sometimes.
I mean, that was your own thought. There was nothing that, no signs ever from my mouth or my descriptions ever pointed towards that.
Yeah, and then I listened and I realized it's not about that at all.
No, it's not. I'm not going to say it's far from that because I feel like that's offensive too. Right? I would say, I guess it's like the difference between laundry and pizza. You know what I mean? It's like just two different things we're talking.
Yes. But they're both consumed in the house though. Let's talk about some stuff.
Wow. Who consumes laundry? I guess a washer or a dryer, right?
Yeah, wash and dry. They eat laundry.
That's their POV, bro. They put it in their mouth, they swish it around, they spit, bro.
Spit it out into the dryer, and then dryer then is like, can you come floss me? Which is taking the stuff.
It sounds, described like that, it sounds hot. Yes. But it's spitting the clothes into the dryer's mouth.
They are a couple.
They are. And there's no divorces.
Yeah, there's no divorces.
I don't do this codependent fucking washer dryer combo. You know what I mean?
No, everyone, let's have our individuality, but we work together as a team, okay?
Yeah. That's why, I mean, Brian, that's why I'm worried about you, because I know you're married. That's why we're bringing this up. We have to make sure that during quarantine you didn't get too codependent there.
So
we've been together for like 15 years. So we are at this point a combo washer dryer for sure. There's no way that we're not a combo washer dryer.
I have a question. Are you on the set of That 70s Show? What's up with the wood panel behind you now? What's happening? Are you a pedophile? Like, why do you got shag carpet, brown shag on the ground? Look at those fucking creepy wood panel fucking closets you got behind you, bro. What's happening?
So let's get into it. I live in an old house.
You're in an old house
in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. I live in it. It's old.
That's cute. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have made fun of it.
I'm moving. No, it's fine. I don't pay rent. It's great. That's why. Yeah. See. See. And if I showed you the backyard,
I'm jealous of it.
This there were some paintings back there. We're moving, like I said, moving to Jersey soon. So this is what it is, and it's bad. I'm not a pedophile.
No,
I have to address that.
Yeah,
that's good.
It is good.
It's
And
good.
Brian does bring that up every episode for whatever reason. He feels the need to tell everyone that. So it's good. Yeah.
This time it actually made the episode, so that's good. So while we're talking about where people live, I listened to your podcast. So Sebastian, where do you live?
You listen. Why don't you fucking tell me, bro? I mean, what is this shit? What? Go ahead. Let's see. Where do I live, bro?
Sebastian had to move back in with his mom and dad in Staten Island. Am I correct?
That's right. Yeah, 100% correct. Yeah, I would have never tested you like that. That's like me saying, "Yeah, I listen to this podcast. What's your name?" What sort of bullshit's that? Yeah, I had to move home. It sucks. So I don't know, Brian. I can't make fun of you. You know what I mean? I have nothing. Like, so this thing, I have like a little setup behiing me, but this
He's got GI Joes behind him.
Don't you dare, bro. I got fucking fire sneakers. I got drip hanging from the fucking walls, okay, bro? Don't you dare.
He's got Carmen Electra posters.
Hey, do you take me back, bro? One year my father bought me for Christmas. He bought me the Carmen Electra. And I would peek it the next month because back in the day you could just have that was like a thing little boys had was like pictures of hot women on calendars. So I would either do Sports Illustrated, but one year I had the Carmen Electra. I haven't thought about that in years. And oh God, I owe Carmen a nostalgia. You know what I'm saying, bro? I owe her. It's about time I toss her a nostalgia.
I think we're all in debt there.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting at is Brian and Sebastian are real New Yorkers.
Brian, you're a real New Yorker?
No.
Well, hold on a second. Brian, how long have you lived there?
No,
I know you weren't born there, but how long have you lived there?
I've lived in Brooklyn for 4 years.
That's nothing, bro. I will say this. I was thinking about this the other day. If you did the pandemic and you stayed in the city, you got the pass now.
Oh, okay.
You got but yo, Jamal, you can't fucking say this shit, okay? I just want to put that out there. You can't say he's a real New Yorker, right? But I think if you lived in New York City in you stayed in your tiny ass apartment through the whole pandemic, you could now say you're a New Yorker.
Does it have to be a tiny ass apartment? Because, like I said, I am in a house.
What do you mean a house?
A big
That's
house.
the Virginia. That's the Virginia in him talking.
It's kind of a convoluted story. The short version is a family member told us to live in this house for free because they live on the West Coast. So we're living in this old Williamsburg row house.
And you have the whole house to yourself?
We don't have the top floor. They rented it out. We got the basement and the ground floor.
And just two of you?
Yeah, and 2 dogs.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
It's a great, right?
Yeah. That's good. No,
Yeah.
I never lived anything like that. You know what I mean? I had to come out to I live in the suburbs. My parents live in the suburbs of Staten Island. You know what I mean? But it's a different world out here. You know, it's very. It's 1998. Hate is real. Okay, the hate is real. Words. The idea of being canceled hasn't made it out to this part of the island.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It is fucking hard. I cannot wait to get back to a normal existence. But for now, I hide in the basement. You know, I'm in my parents' basement. It's beautiful.
So Sebastian's the only real New Yorker here on the podcast. Brian, you're a pretend New Yorker. I have another question for you guys, and this is good because you guys can really debate this, Sebastian and Brian, mostly. What are your thoughts on white guys with earrings?
Are you kidding me? I have one. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't see it. You have an earring? Oh, I didn't see it. Okay.
Yeah, bro, I got the fucking Nelly. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
On one side, it looks like I'm looking like Buddha on one side and a normal dude on the other. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Bro?
Okay.
Yeah. Of course,
I've been-
dude. Wait, I got my earring when I was 5 years old, though.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get it when everyone was like, oh, you know, it shows that you have some emotion or shows that you push your emotion down. No, I got it as a little kid because I grew up in the culture. I had an earring, a chain, a watch, a necklace, a bracelet. You know, I had a toe ring, a fucking belly button piercing, a Prince Albert. You know, I had the whole kit and caboodle going on. No, I was a little kid. My dad had one, and I said, I want one too. And so my dad's like, of course. So I got one, and he got one at the same time when I was 5, and I've had it ever since.
That's a very sweet story.
Yeah.
Brian, why did you get an ear pierced?
I got my ears pierced when I was in college because it was cool, and I got the hoops because I was into punk and emo music.
Yeah, we're different.
Yeah.
We are different.
You and I were not the same.
Well,
No.
you're also
I also
different.
had my lip pierced.
Yeah.
I had the center of my lip pierced, and I had my nose pierced with a ring too. And now I'm straight laced. Now
Now he took his earrings out, which I don't understand. What's the point of going through all that trouble if you're gonna take them out?
Yeah, I don't know either, bro. I mean, I love my earring. I think it shows people like, oh, he's fun and he's single and likes to fuck.
That's why I got earrings. Yeah.
Really?
That's exactly. Yeah. That's why I have earrings.
It's a good just
Can we-
sign. What's up?
So Jamal and Sebastian both have chains on, both have like necklaces. I had an Instagram ad a few weeks ago for like a very simple like gold or silver chain, and I asked my wife and I said, I think I could pull this off, and she said
it.
no. She said
Don't
no.
listen. Don't listen. You know what? She has a certain idea who you are, and you have to tell her who you really are. You know what I'm saying, bro?
This is what I've been saying for so long. Get those earrings. Start wearing fitted hats. That's who you really are.
I got fitted
Bro.
hats somewhere.
Does it fit over the bun, or do you put the bun through the fucking snapback?
The bun is new. The bun is new. I haven't worn the fitted hat since I got the bun. That's brand new. This is quarantine.
Brian, you should do a pony out the back. It would be so cute.
Yeah.
Brian,
Horrible.
get the pony out the back, bro. Oh my god. No, you can't listen. You got to do you. I got this chain. I got the chain. I got the earring after I broke up with some girl. I put it all back on. I was like, I'm done. I got a pinky ring recently, a fake Gucci pinky ring, and then I fucking broke my pinky that same day. I think God thought I was flying too close to the sun. You know what I'm saying, bro? I was fucking Icarus in that moment. It was like, shit's about to get too real. And God's like, slow down, okay? So let's ease back into the world. But the pinky ring's coming back, okay? I'm only getting more and more. I think that I like guys in jewelry. I think it's fun.
I agree. Hey, you don't have to sell me.
Yo,
I got
Brian,
I got my first earring when I was 17, my left ear, and then my mom
Nice.
sent me to a Christian college, and in an act of defiance, I got my other ear pierced.
Yes.
Literally, as I'm moving day, I'm moving
Yeah.
boxes. One of the RAs stops me and gives me a fine for wearing earrings.
That's
fine.
Yeah. I don't want to name the school because they'll like come after me and crucify me.
I think
literally.
we have already named them on the podcast before.
Oh, we have.
Name
Okay,
the
this
school.
it's Liberty University. My mom sent me there. She tried to get the devil out of me. It didn't work. And literally, as I'm moving in, they fined me for wearing an earring.
Damn. Wow. Well, that's.
I didn't take them out. I looked at my mom and said, "You're paying these fines
How is that even allowed? I don't
because it's a
understand.
private college."
Yeah, I never heard of it. I mean, and I'm happy I have never heard.
Yeah,
of it.
you're very.
That sucks. Yeah, I went to a Catholic college, but they didn't do no shit like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
I just started.
Yeah, this was a different level.
Yeah, that was like real. Like they were trying to like switch it up. I used to.
Oh yeah.
I don't tell nobody this. I used to yeah, please come on, keep this on the DL. I used to when I first went to college, I had a singing scholarship, right? And they used to pay me to sing in the church. But here was the deal: I'm Lutheran. I'm not Catholic, so I don't believe that when the priest says the prayer I don't believe priests do magic and turn the little wafer that they order online into a fucking Jesus. You know what I mean? So because I didn't believe in the magic, they wouldn't let me eat the communion. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm up here, I'm singing the Psalms, I'm getting the people hyped to fucking eat the Jesus, and they won't even let me take a bite, bro. And so then one day I got all fucked up, and I came hammered to church, and then they fired me. That was my act of defiance. I came all fucking sloppy. And the worst part was I was like getting ready. This really shows you the duality of me. I was at a frat party, and it was just wild. I was doing keg stands, ripping bongs, and I was like, I gotta run. And I like literally take my collar and put it down, and I run to church, right? And then I fucked it up, and then the priest had a long talk with me, and I was like, all right, for me, you know? So no fines for me. We're different, bro.
Yeah, and we're not going to tell anybody about that story.
Yeah, keep that shit. I don't like people think that I like to sing. I can't sing. I just, you know what it is? Some people, it's like that girl, Susan Boyle. I'm like a Susan Boyle, but worse. You know what I mean, bro? Like this is gross. You look at Susan Boyle, you go, no fucking way. You know what I mean? And then she drops it, and you go, wah! Right? You start screaming, you go, ah! Right? And you go, how is she doing it? You know?
Because she's not traditionally attractive, and everyone's like, well, she can't have any talent.
Hey, Brian, you said it, brother.
Brian, you said that, not me.
That's what America thinks. That's why she was big.
Hold on. Don't you dare tell me what I think.
Yeah, don't you dare put those words in my mouth.
Don't you dare tell me what I think.
Yeah,
I think she's perfectly attractive.
Fine, man. I'm not saying that she's not. I'm just saying traditionally. That's how you can say people are ugly these days. Say they're not traditionally attractive. That's how you can safely say someone's ugly.
Wait, that's what that means?
Yeah, bro.
I gotta go talk to some people.
I know some girls say that to you. I'm like, what's that bullshit? You know what I mean, bro? It's like
you're traditionally attractive. I want you to provide for me, and I stay at home.
Not traditionally attractive.
Nah,
you are ugly.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, it means you're ugly. You go, oh, I think you. If someone says, I think you're hot, if they emphasize the I, that means you're busted. Okay, that means you ain't got shit going on. You go, yeah, you're my type. You know what I mean? Any kind of like dance around the words hot. Like I go, just shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Don't even bother. Just say you think I'm funny, right? Like at that point, don't even say or be like you're confident. You know, I don't need you to fucking do a whole dance. You know. Traditionally, people might not be into you, but according to my beauty standards, you're right up my alley of my taste buds. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here, okay?
That's not good.
Make out with me, and maybe we have a good time.
It's at that point where I'm like, I'm so glad I got these earrings.
Yes, it sends a sign.
Yeah. Brian, you went to a fancy restaurant?
Yeah, dude. This is not going to be part of our chef I had for you. Sure, I'll do that.
All right, let's get into chefs I prepared for you. This is a segment where we talk about what we had last night for dinner, and we present it as if we were presenting it to the chefs on Top Chef. So I'll go first. Chefs, I ordered for you a large pepperoni pizza from Angelico's Pizza.
Dude, I fucked with Angelico's Pizza hard back when I lived in DC.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it was so good.
They do good stuff. Yeah.
What are we talking here? What type of pizza are we talking? How's the dough?
Okay, and here we go, because he's a real New Yorker. Here we go.
Yeah. Come on, you can't just say pepperoni.
We're talking about a hand tossed pepperoni, extra cheese, and I'm a real Italian, so I don't put sauce on my pizza.
What are you talking about?
Italians don't put red sauce on their pizzas. They put olive oil and seasoning on underneath the cheese. Real Italian pizza. I'll take you to Italy and prove it to you.
Dude, take me to Italy. I'll take you up on that, damn bro. Take me up my ass to Italy. I'll take you up on that shit. Okay?
It is an American myth that Italians put red sauce on their pizzas.
I'm gonna be furious the whole fucking time we're there until I fucking see this pizza that you're talking about. I'm gonna be steaming on the plane. I'm gonna be in front of the fucking. I'm gonna be at the Coliseum and be like, we'll see, brother. We're gonna see in a little bit, brother. We're gonna be fucking taking road trips. We're gonna be going down to the Amalfi Coast. We'll find out when the fucking pizza gets here, brother. Okay?
We're gonna be at the aqueducts.
Yes. Don't come at me, bro. Okay? No.
But that's how I like my pizza. No sauce.
See, but here's the thing, bro. Italian American pizza, we're talking, right? So you go to a place and do you say no sauce on the pizza?
I say no sauce.
And how many times do you have to tell them? How many people do they have to put on the phone for them to allow this order to go?
Well, every time I say it, someone then calls me is like, I think your order's wrong. I think you missed a step on the pizza. Are you sure you want no sauce? And I'm like, yeah, I want no sauce. It can be done. And then they do it. If I order in person, someone has like a brain aneurysm.
Yo, Jamal, what type of fucked up shit is this? You were gonna just tell me that you got a pizza and you weren't gonna include the part that you got no sauce? We were just gonna skate over this fact? And you go, and I said, what's on the pizza? Tell me about the pizza. And you went, oh, you made a whole big show of it that I asked you. You go, here's a real New Yorker. And meanwhile, you're ordering pizza like a fucking freak that just crawled out the sewers. Even the fucking turtles know how to eat pizza and you don't, okay?
Hey, go back and look at some of those clips. There's no sauce on some of those pizzas.
What clips? You can't just arbitrarily say, go look at the clips.
There's some clips in the second movie where they're eating. It looks like there's no sauce on those pizzas.
Yeah, bro, but they also are turtles that talk. Okay.
They can't have the tomato mess up their stomachs. They can't have it.
You're right. Do you have stomach issues, bro?
No.
All right, so I don't know what to say. I was trying to give you an out. I was trying to open the door for you to leave.
It's okay. I'm a freak. I know it. I am what I am. I also, the rare times Brian's experienced this, I think the rare times I go to like fast food and I ask for like a bacon cheeseburger with just bacon, the cheese, and the burger, that also like makes people's brain explode and they can't figure out how to make that burger.
Oh, no bun, you mean?
No, bun too, but it's just no like condiments, no pickles, no lettuce. It's just the meat and cheese.
Yo, you're a dry boy. You're a dry boy.
I am. I'm a dry boy.
You're living prohibition in 2021 with your food, okay? Everything is dry in Jamal's. Jesus. You know what? I do not want to know what your dick looks like. It's fucking all chapped and shit. Begging for some jerkins, okay? Jamal, I can't believe you would even say to bring up your dick. Honestly, it's actually fucking disgusting that you even brought that analogy up, Jamal. I can't fucking believe you brought me to that level. Jamal,
that's my fault.
Wow,
that's my fault.
Yeah, that's your fault right there.
That's my fault. Reeves, let's get us out of this hole that I just dug us. Go ahead.
Hey everyone, I'm still here. Chefs.
I'm sorry, Reeves. That's partially my fault. I like to talk too much.
That's okay. You and Jamal are hitting it off, and I'm remembering what I had for dinner, so it's all good.
Reeves, tell me about you, baby. What's going on, bro? Come on, we can hit it all too.
I'm going to get into it. So, full disclosure to everyone, I got my second jab the other day, and it's got me real fucked up. So,
okay.
I'm a little off. I had to order food yesterday.
What'd you get? Are you a Pfizer whore? What's going on? What's going on?
I got Pfizer.
Yes!
It felt great. I felt really energized afterwards. I feel like shit now. Feel like someone hit me with a truck. Everything is fine though.
That's just the tracker activating.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, and that is the stance on this podcast.
Yo, I got mine in statin. The nurse threw some fucking HGH in that shit. I felt fucking yoked afterwards. Okay?
You're cycling now. Yeah.
I'm going back once a week to get my fucking shit done, bro. Okay, I am jacked. The back knee is real, and I am not coughing. Okay, I am fucking yoked, bro. I'm on a cycle, and that cycle is Pfizer. Okay, bro. So you're feeling a little sick.
I'm feeling a little sick. I had to order some food, so I got pho 14, which is our favorite kind of pho. I got a stir fry combination with like crispy noodles and like a bunch of different proteins.
Who's this we that we speak?
Oh, and here we go. Now
I'm a married man.
You're married too?
I'm married too. I'm in my house that I own in DC. I'm living the life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is this show just to make me feel bad? Like, why did you bring me on here?
This is not a real podcast at all. We just want to rub it in your face.
Wow. And so you're married. You have a wife. Correct?
I do have a wife. Both Brian and Jamal were at my wedding. It was the last time the three of us were all together.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're kind of newly married.
That's
or
right.
you guys just aren't friends really. Which one is it?
How do we say both?
It's a
No,
bit of a
Reeves,
mix.
we're friends. No, but Reeves, didn't it happened right before COVID?
Yeah, we got
when
in
the wedding was.
right before COVID, and then like a month later, everything shut down. So it was, for a lot of our friends and family, was like the last time we saw everyone.
What'd you do? A V-Day wedding? You did Feb 14th? You did
It
a Feb 14th wedding?
It was actually MLK Day.
Yes, bro.
Or
yes!
the weekend.
Yes, it was MLK weekend. That's how I got invited.
Yeah. Yes. Well, Jamal said that was the only way he would come. So
Wow. Jesus,
Yeah.
throw Jamal under the bus.
It was my birthday too, though, that same week. So
it was very nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep.
So when you order food with your wife, are you two like, what's that process like to order food with your wife?
It's fine. I hand her
No.
the phone. She orders what she wants,
Wait,
and then it
first,
comes back to
you
me,
tell
and I
me-
order what I want.
Is she around? Can she hear this conversation right now?
Yes.
Okay. So now we know the truth is not coming out. Okay, now we know the truth is not. So you pass her the phone. She orders what she wants. And what'd she order last night?
And then I got a stir fry combination with like some egg noodles, which I never had, like egg noodles that are like harder, that are like not completely cooked through. It was pretty good, crispy. And then there was like protein and like vegetables along with it. It was pretty good.
I like this because I usually have to pretend like I have a wife so that I fit in with the podcast. But now I feel like me and Sebastian, I just want him to be the fourth person on the podcast.
It is what it is, brother. You know what I mean? We're living. You come to us for the stories. You know what I mean? I'm not hitting up Brian being like, "Yo, bro, tell me what happened last night, dude. Tell me." No. Oh shit, you watch another episode of the fucking of Real Housewives of New Jersey? No fucking way, dude. No, half like that. You split a Halo top? Ah, you fucking sluts. You sluts.
No, our life is actually crazy, and I'll tell you about it when I do mine. It actually
Go ahead, Brian. Go ahead, Brian.
No,
I'm sorry.
tell you what.
I'm taking this podcast off the rails. I know this is all my fault, but you
that's
asked
okay.
for me. You asked for me.
I'm intentionally trying to step back just a little bit. When I told Carrie, my wife, that you were going to be on the podcast, Sebastian, she said, "So it's just going to be you two trying to see who's louder," is what she said to me. And I'm letting the guest have it. I'm letting you have it. I don't want to come after you because I'm loud if I want to be, but I'm being cool.
Bro, do not hold back.
Sometimes
Don't you
sometimes-
dare hold back.
Sometimes when Brian drinks, he gets loud for nothing, and that's another plug now for the podcast.
Good.
Thank
You didn't
you.
do it at the beginning. Okay. So, Chef, last night we went crazy. We ate. Look, y'all, we ate indoors. Okay. We ate indoors. We're both vaccinated. We're both Team Pfizer.
Woo.
We ate at Tom Colicchio's new pop-up in Manhattan called Velata. Vallata. It might be, I think it's Velata. We balled out. We ate a bunch of stuff. We met Tom Colicchio. That really happened because he tells us to do this podcast. And I said, "Hey man, what's up? How's it going?" And he pretended like he didn't know me. And he was like, "What's going on?" And I told him I was excited to be here at his restaurant. He was like, "Cool." And he was like, he's being kind of weird. So I was like, "Hey, it's me, Brian. I host a podcast called Pod Chef where we tell everyone that you told us to do this." And he goes, "Haha, that's really funny." And then he asked if we had any real guests on the show. I said we had Harold Dieterle, and we also sometimes mostly have comedians. And he was like, "Cool, that's really funny." And I took a picture of him, and then he fucked off.
Wait, of him, not with him. You took a picture of him.
Yeah, just of him, working.
Yeah.
No, I was in it. It was me and him. He's littler than I remember last time I saw him. It could also be that I'm huge now. I think it's both.
I
He looked
think
like-
you
I
look
look like-
great.
I look like his daddy. I look like I'm his dad.
You do look like you might be related, and you might be his dad. It also is good that you are smiling and he is not smiling. I don't think.
Well, no, he was not happy.
Did you post the picture, Brian?
I haven't. Yeah, I'm gonna post it with the episode.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
To to brag, but
And he's gonna tag him and say, "Tom, remember this?"
I will.
Yes.
The food was good. I had like a cavatelli with oxtail, and it had raisins in it, and it was good. It was like surprisingly good. The appetizer was like this shaved raw artichoke with like mint and stuff in it, and it was good. And we balled out, went crazy, had like 3 drinks each, had like 4 plates of stuff, spent just under $350.
Woo!
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, bro.
Now we know he's really bowling.
It's Carrie. Carrie's balling. I'm a kept man. It was a lot of fun.
Why is Carrie balling?
She works in finance.
Congratulations.
Yeah, his wife is a hedge fund manager.
But she's very successful.
Wait.
She's a great woman. I'm very attractive to her.
You're attractive to her?
Yeah.
Like you're the piece.
Perfect.
That's why
you're the side piece.
Yes, that's why we're together. I'm her type. She lets me know. Earlier, she'll tell me, she's like, I'll be like, man, I'm a big fat piece of shit. She's like, no, you're not. You look great. And then she's like, to me. She says, underneath the breath. And she's like, you look great to me. And then, similar. It's like, no, it's because I'm funny. And that's why we're here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a great time. I met Tom Colicchio. I met him. I know him all the time. I just saw him last night in his element, and he was being weird because he didn't want to like everyone to know that we were best friends. And then
I feel like Tom at the restaurant was like, Brian, when I come talk to you outside of the restaurant, it's for podcast stuff. So please don't interfere with how I'm running the restaurant. This is a big deal. It's my pop-up. So please don't bring that here.
Yeah.
Brian, you said, I know him all the time, which tells me that you don't know him.
No,
I know him all the time means you barely know him. Do you actually know this dude?
Yeah, he's the reason that we're doing this podcast. He told us.
Okay, and the reason why I'm doing comedy is Chris Farley. Like, inspiration doesn't mean that you know the person, right?
I mean, if you go back and listen to all the episodes, you will know that canonically, Tom Colicchio has told us to do this podcast. He grades us and lets us know we're doing a good job. He writes us little letters. He's big fans of ours.
Beautiful.
But at the restaurant last night, he did pretend like he didn't know me and that he was weird when I talked about the podcast. And that could be because we were mixing elements. Like he was like, "This isn't Top Chef. This is my restaurant."
I will admit something. I don't know who this dude that you're speaking of is.
He's
okay. That's good to know because he is one of the main guys of the show that we're going to review at some point. So we should probably get into that now.
I did. I watched the show. I even took notes because I never seen the show.
Nice.
Notes.
He's
the only judge I got is Melissa. Tom is the ball guy.
Yes.
That's right.
Oh yeah, Tom. Of course. Yeah, he's my buddy. Actually, he's my godfather.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, it just we try to get there. So yeah. All right. Before we get into it, we need Sebastian tell us what he had for dinner. What he prepared for dinner.
What'd you have?
Of course. What I had for dinner last night. I don't remember what the meal was because I think yesterday was a sloppy day of eating. But I did have the thing that's memorable is I had a bag of like it was like six sugar-free Russell Stover's peanut butter cups, and it was sweetened with stevia. So I was up all night with diarrhea because they don't tell you that sugar alcohol just runs through you. So I ate a ton of sugar alcohols. I just had diarrhea all night long. I was up every other hour just shitting my brains out. Just shitting my brains out. And I go, this will be good. You know what I mean? And you know what the sick part is? I had more sugar alcohol today right before the pod. So I'm playing with fire.
Really are.
There's truly nothing. All I do, so every day I've been eating egg whites, turkey bacon, and spinach in the morning. I'm like, let me just get a fucking healthy meal right out the gate. But then at night, I'm eating just sugar alcohol. I'm eating a fucking stevia by the spoonful and just blowing fucking spinach whole out my ass. It withers in the pan and re-expands in my body somehow into the fucking true leaf form again. I don't know. I think all the moisture gets sucked out and goes to my skin. That's why I look young as fuck, okay? But all the spinach comes out, it almost looks like it could be in the lettuce, you know? I don't know what's happening here, but that was my memorable meal was stevia, Russell Stover's sugar-free shit. And look, see, I'm not lying. I got the fucking bar right here, fucking kaputs, bro. Boom. Had that right now, so.
I guess we should have asked you earlier because we are at 40 minutes, and if you poop yourself, I'm going to feel really bad.
Dude, do you think I would poop myself for the show? I'm so sorry. I would say let's pause. Let me go shit. What are you talking about? I'm a grown-ass man. I would say I'm a grown-ass man. I would just say no, I'm going to go shit.
It might be good for the show, though. If you could do that, that might help us.
We need a big bump, so...
You need a bump?
Yeah.
All right. These dudes want me on. They said try to be funny and make sure that you just crap your pants, okay? It's good for audio. You know what I mean? It's really good for audio. That's good. Yeah, so I'll shit my pants. I'll make it a big finale. Okay? No. All right.
Oh, okay. Wow. So we all had pretty good meals. They cleared us out, or they cleared our minds. That's good. Brian, so you I just want to go back to you real quick. You said you had food indoors. Was everyone there like vaxxed, like bragging about being vaxxed and like talking about how crazy and weird it was to be like out and about?
I don't talk to other people at restaurants when I'm at restaurants. I did, however, talk to people next to me because they had me take a picture of them when they wanted it with Tom Colicchio, and then we talked for a little while later. They did say, ha ha ha, we're not vaxxed. They were trying to
be very funny.
Yeah, it was super funny. No, I mean, I don't know. They didn't even take our temperature when we went in there.
Oh, okay. All right. So Tom is basically taking like risks to be out there, kind of feeding on the front lines.
Cool. Yes. There you go. You got your transition.
Great.
I went to Applebee's and they did a rectal check. You know what I mean? They did the rectal thermometer at Applebee's. They said, "Hey, if you want these fucking bolus wings, bend over, buddy." Okay.
I think they just do that because they want to make sure that when you complain later that your asshole is all fucked up, you can't blame it on Applebee's. They're like, "No, we saw when you came in here; it was all messed up. Don't put that on us."
They pulled down a screen and they go, "That was your asshole when you walked in, brother. Okay, look at your asshole. Don't you dare say that fucking spin dip did that to you." Okay, don't you dare say the Santa Fe chicken salad did that shit to you. Your asshole was a mess when you walked in. Okay,
and that's actually smart, and more restaurants should do that. Actually,
yeah, they should.
It really legally.
Please. Yes, Jamal, you were going to do a smooth transition, but I had to get my rectal thermometer joke in.
Had I known that you had that in your back pocket, I wouldn't have tried.
I didn't have it in my back pocket. I had it just in the back, brother. Why keep it in your pocket when it already has a home?
And on that note, let's go to break.
Poncha.
What's that smell? Oh my God, it's me. How embarrassing. I've got BO at my first mixed race, mixed couples barbecue cookout for diversity. First impressions are everything. Psst, hey, I got you covered. Introducing Oh Shit Deodorant. You spent 45 minutes getting ready and forgot to put deodorant on, but it's too late now. Or it was. Oh Shit Deodorant is perfect for last minute corrections, and it's discreet. Oh Shit Deodorant is a stick of deodorant that has at most 4 up and down swipes left, and it's a mixture of thrown away deodorants melted down and mixed back together. What's that scent? Doesn't matter, because you needed deodorant and now you have it. Better this than that onion smell of accumulated sweat and bacteria under your armpits. But wait, you can use it other places too. Back of the neck, in between your thighs, under the gym shorts where your bush and waistline meet. What's that smell? Well, it's not BO, that's for sure. Oh Shit Deodorant. That was fucking close.
Poncha.
This episode is insane.
All right, let's get to the actual episode now. All right, and we're back. Hey everyone, we're back. It's Feeding the Front Lines, season 16, episode 7.
Jamal, your mic got louder.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it just me or is like it's so loud?
All right, let me take that again. 3, 2, 1, and we're back. Season 16, episode 7. Feeding the Front Lines. We're back. It's me, your host, talking softly into your ears. let's get into it. As you heard earlier, Sebastian Conelli has never seen this show, so we want to ask him, what do you think of Top Chef? Since this is your first time seeing it.
What did I think of it?
Yeah, what did you think of the episode?
I was confused. A lot of it. I sat there very confused. I haven't been smoking weed, but man, it took me back. You know what I mean? It felt like I was fucking ripped when I was smoking. You know, there was a lot of backstory. Like there was this whole jokes about like, can I put yogurt in it? I was like, oh, that must be a running bit throughout the season. You know?
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, I got it. They cook food. The people go, is it good? Yeah. And that's it. I got it.
That's very succinct, and that is correct as what Top Chef is. They cook food and they say, is it good? Yep. Great. What did you guys think about this episode? Because I personally hated it.
Yeah, I
I
think
thought it was the most boring
I'm
episode.
pretty sure it sucks shit. Everyone is too nice on this show. There's barely any conflict. I watched another show halfway through that was far more interesting, and I have a clip for that to prove that it's more interesting. Yeah, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, it was a fine episode. Like, nothing really happened. I almost thought it was going to be one of those episodes where, like, nobody goes home because it's, like, a feel-good episode. Like, we helped out nurses and doctors. No one goes home this week. But no, they proved me wrong, and they sent one of our friends home.
Someone goes home, but someone comes back. Jamie's back in the show, and everyone loves it. And we have a clip of her coming back to the show.
I don't think I've ever seen a group of chefs more excited to see another competitor.
When I got terminated, I didn't think I was going to come back. But I went Arnold Schwarzenegger on everybody. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yes.
Okay.
That famous line from the Terminator when he says, I'm back.
I'm back.
We all remember it.
100%. And that was a good Arnold. You know what I mean? Like
It's perfect.
Jamie is the Frank Caliente of the fucking Top Chef this season. Let's just throw it out there, okay?
Yeah, and that's out there now.
You should see her John Madden. It's
Yeah.
it's good. It
It's
rivals
good.
Frank's.
You know what? Frank is a thick dude, but like his impressions are so good it don't matter. I can imagine him thin. Same for Jamie. You know what I mean? I can imagine her anyone. The voices are so good. It's so beautiful. What's the main host's name? The female host. What's her name?
Padma.
I met her. She hates me.
She hates you.
Really?
she does not like.
Did she do ASCAP?
Whoa.
Yeah. She did it.
She did ask Cat. Okay. And
She did it when I did it, and she was not a fan of your boy. And you know what? I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. You know,
Wait a second. You've been on this podcast for like an hour and you've met one of the main people of the show and you just now are telling us about it. And she also has an opinion on you.
yeah. Well, what can I say, bro? My life's more interesting than just her. You know what I mean? I had to do my rectal thermometer bit. You know? You kidding me? Can I tell you what happened, or should
Yeah,
I?
please.
Definitely, please.
Yeah. So she did the show, and I come in. I'm loud. You know what? I'm a sweet guy. I have anxiety. Yada yada. You meet me for the first time. Everyone out there listening, they go, "Oh, he's a douche." You know, first impressions are not always great. So I walk in. I got my headphones on. I'm dancing. You know, I look like a dick. And I'm sure she's like, "Okay, this gentleman's a little bit too much for me," and I get that. And so then we're gonna do the show. And my friend has a candy bar before the show. I go, "Oh man, I wish I had a candy bar." And he goes, "I have another one." He goes, "I'll give you a candy bar if you do a good job in this show. We'll vote. We'll vote after the show to see if you do a good job. And if you do a good job, we'll give you the candy bar, Sebastian." This never happened before, ever in the history of ASCAP, right? And so, and I think they did it because normally I do okay. I usually do pretty good on stage, right? And so it was going to be like, oh, this will just be a fun celebration. For some reason, I guess the stakes were just high enough, aka a Snickers bar, that I literally have one of the worst shows I've ever had. Worst shows I have ever had. Just horrible. The first thing I do, I start a scene by bringing up Oedipus complex for no reason. You know what I mean? Just no reason. Just horrible shit. Just silence. And normally I could squeeze a laugh out with a face or a noise and stuff. Nothing was working tonight. My fly was down the whole show too. I looked like a fucking disaster. So we go backstage after the show, and the whole time I'm just thinking, we're gonna have to vote if I did good. I literally, this was one of the worst shows I've ever done in like 2 years. And so and everyone stands there. It's mad awkward because these are my friends. And they're like, okay, let's vote if Sebastian deserves the Snickers bar. Some people saying yes to avoid conflict, and some people are saying no. And they go, Padma, what do you think? And she looks me up and down, and she goes, no, he does not deserve the Snickers.
Oh, God. Wow. She was in her Top Chef bag.
Yeah.
So I've been judged by Padma, and I had to pack my knives and leave.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
That's
Jesus.
nuts.
So, yeah, that's
she gave you a once over and said, no.
I didn't deserve it. And you know what? That's how I know she's a good judge. That's how I know I trust her opinion on food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that story it should only hype up how good she is and heighten how shitty I am. Right?
Yeah.
That story it does nothing for me and only speaks to, oh yeah, she takes pride and integrity in when she's judging something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No matter what it is.
No matter, someone could be like, should I wear this outfit? Right? It could be like her mother before she's going out to like her wedding anniversary, and she'll be like, no, you look horrible. You know what I mean? Like, she'll be savage.
Yeah.
Which I love. So that's my Padma story.
That's great. That's really fantastic.
All right. So in the quickfire challenge, the chefs were given a chance to redo a past failed dish, which could be drawn from mishaps in real life or a blunder made earlier in the competition. The dishes had to incorporate ingredients from the second chance pantry, which ranged from overripe produce to moldy cheese to scrapped proteins. The winner received immunity. So immunity's back.
But for the last time, they said this is the last time official.
Yeah, for the last time. I have a question for everyone here. What is the oldest thing you've ever pulled out of the fridge and ate, and you looked at it, you were like, this is kind of questionable?
I don't do that shit, bro. I'm a grown ass man.
Same.
I
don't do that either.
Food.
Gross.
I've eaten out the garbage.
Nope,
I should have rephrased the question. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The question. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I should have asked, what have you eaten out of the garbage that look questionable?
I've been with a group and we've thrown out the pizza, and then later that night I've been like, that pizza's lying on the top in the box still.
If it's in the box, that's fine.
If it's in the box, you know what I mean? But if it's been the pizza, if it's been for 2 days, no fucking way, bro.
No way. No way.
Not a fucking look. Not a fucking chance, all right? 2 days, no, all right? 1 day, I'm eating 2 days, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'll eat out the garbage, but I take fucking due dates serious, okay?
It's good to know that everyone else kind of agreed. I think Jamal might go the other way because he asked the question, but like I grew up where like my grandmother was like, it was the people that was like, oh no, those are just suggestions. When there was mold on stuff, you cut it off and you keep eating it, and it like fuck me. I can never eat that stuff that's moldy or bad. I just toss it.
Yeah.
And sure,
no, I don't have a different view on that. I'm the same way. If I see something that's moldy, I'm not cutting off another part of it and be like, oh, it's fine. It's just mold on this part.
Yeah.
No, mold is growing probably all through it. It just hasn't sprouted yet.
You just see it.
Yeah. Let's, for the sake of time, look, guys, Shota wins another quickfire challenge, all right? It's pretty boring. Sebastian, do you have any notes on the quickfire that you took while you're watching?
I didn't know mutton was old sheep. I thought that was interesting. Usually, you never see a food that you go, oh, these are elderly cows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like usually it's like veal is like young. You know, it's always young. We're young and hungry in America. We want the young. But sometimes you got to eat the olds, you know? And I'm so happy I learned that we're fucking going to these nursing homes where these sheep are, and we're calling them mutton, and we're fucking eating them, you know?
Yeah.
I think
on the opposite side of that, I often don't think about lamb being a baby when it's like, because like when you think of veal, it's like everyone's like veal, and your brain goes, oh, baby cow, so gross. But lamb is kind of everywhere. Like lamb is in like halal carts, it's in the food carts, and you're like, oh yeah, that's regular food. And then your brain goes, no, this is a baby of a food, and you go,
It's a baby.
oh, now I feel bad.
Yeah.
You know how I stop feeling bad? I just plop in like a Nat Geo and I go, well, all these lions are eating babies too. So if they can do it and they're not judged, why am I being judged?
I feel you. When I jerk off, I just pop on a Nat Geo. I see, these lions would jerk off if they could. You know, why should I feel bad? You know, I hold myself to the standard of wild beasts. Okay, that's the standard I hold myself to. Animals that have no theory of right and wrong. That's the standard I hold myself to.
Exactly.
Thank you, Jamal. Yes,
Exactly.
they'll eat their own childs. That's the standard
Exactly.
I hold myself to. Thank you for bringing that up.
All right, so Shota wins. Let's listen.
She's a baby cry and she's moody and cranky all the damn time. You gonna say that?
I did not
We shared a room together, bro.
You're messy on Twitter. You're messy here. Stop it.
You're the messiest person in the cast.
Don't reach.
Outside of the house, people sit there and attack other people's characters. That's not okay. And when did I do that? Look.
Okay.
Is this the
Okay,
challenge
Reeves.
again?
Okay, Reeves. What,
So
what were we
this is
listening
the
to?
challenge. Before I jump into this bit that I came up with, I will note that I did text the group and say, "Don't play my clip,"
Oh, did I miss that?
which was a mixture of a
Oh,
time
that
thing and
certainly
also
happened.
it did
It happened
happen.
1 minute ago.
What else is happening on this chat that I'm not involved in? You know, what else
Literally
is happening
just
behind
that.
my back right now?
Just
Yeah,
that.
it's really just that. It felt like the clip doesn't fit the vibe of this episode. On top
Yeah,
of it
not
being
very
long
much.
already.
It came out of nowhere.
So I gotta cut this.
Yeah, it's just cut
That's a
that
good
clip and
idea.
Reeves bit.
I'll you know what? Maybe I'll bank it for the next episode and use it if that one sucks.
There you go. That's a good idea.
There we go. Can't wait.
3, 2, 1. We're back. So Shota wins, and we played a clip and deleted it. Let's go to the elimination challenge.
This has to go up tomorrow. This is gonna take forever for me to edit.
Shut up, Brian. Shut up.
Do you
No one
edit
fucking
your
feels-
podcast?
Yes, bro. And I
Do you
never
really?
talk about it
You're a
on
producer.
mic.
You're a
Thank
producer,
you.
I never
right?
talk. Yeah, but
Thank
I don't
you.
trust his ass, bro. I have taste, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, I never talk. I never go, oh, this is going to be a nightmare, you know?
No, this is part. It's actually what makes me charming is that I just say what I think, and people
No.
empathize with me, and they go,
No.
"Oh, Brian's a real person, and he has a real job, and he takes it seriously."
Yes. The
that's-
most charming people remind us why they're charming, right? 100%.
What people like the most about me is that I complain a lot, and people tell me that all the time. They say they like best about me is that I complain and that I'm super negative.
So moving right past that, the chefs have to cook meals to be delivered to hospitals, and now the chefs are finally putting on masks during the cooking.
Yeah, what the fuck was this? Oh, you're going to play a clip probably.
No clip.
What the fuck was this mask bullshit that they were doing? Like, I understand the CDC that they had to like wear the masks to cook for the frontline workers. I understand that, but these like, there's people walking up to a table with masks on, and then as soon as they get to the table, they take them off. Who are they wearing the mask for?
I have no idea.
And then they were all sitting next to each other at a picnic table, and inside they're socially distanced 6 feet apart at the fucking judges' table. Who are we doing this for?
It's all. I mean, it's just like the NBA in that
Yeah.
when people go on, when they get subbed out, they put their mask on and sit 6 feet apart from each other. But then they play basketball and they touch each other and they breathe on each other's faces. It's just to make me at home go, you know what? Top Chef cares.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're-
but it's also to make you go, if they can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't do it anymore because CD says I don't have to, so I ate inside.
Yeah,
last
you don't
night.
have to.
You cut the last C of the CDC. You just do the CD.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, you got the information
recognize-
from a CD, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You put it on and played it.
Yeah,
The
And-
CDC has been handing out DVDs.
yeah, that's how I learned about it. I don't do news. I just listen to mixtapes made by government agencies.
You don't gotta tell me. I thought I was gonna hear more from Fauci. All of a sudden, Cameron's dropping a fucking diss tape. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like shit's wild out in New York.
To move through the elimination pretty quickly, Sarah keeps talking to herself by saying everything's fine, everything's great. She's not having a meltdown, which is great because she's on my fantasy team. Shota decides to serve boiled chicken for some reason because that always looks appealing.
It looked so gross. It looked like he made a sauce that was the color of uncooked chicken and put it on the. It looked so disgusting. Like I would never eat that.
It was gray.
Yeah,
it was boiled. That's what I serve my dog when its stomach is upset. Is boiled chicken
and rice, right?
And he doesn't eat the rice. He hates it. He eats the chicken.
So Byron's pollo a brasa looked like what Shota's chicken should have looked like.
Yes.
Like it was actually cooked. Avishar made a curry and was missing seasoning and heat, which I don't understand because Avishar is how do I say this and I get canceled? Avishar he should
from
be
Ohio.
He's from Ohio.
He's an Ohio curry specialist.
That's good, bro. This is really good. That was really good.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of them.
Validating you. Yeah.
I wrote down descriptions of all these people, so I'm like referring to who they are. So Shota, I wrote cool Asian guy with earring.
Yes.
It does have an earring.
Yes.
For
yes,
Shota.
has a fun laugh.
Yeah.
Yes. Byron, I wrote hot Jax guy who's awkward with glasses.
Yes.
Byron has that he has that gap between his front teeth where it's like people can pull off. Like if I had that, and I kind of do, just the bottom part, I'm super self-conscious about it because I have super low self-esteem. But like some people like Madonna and Byron are like, damn, that looks good.
You know what, bro? You honestly, you be flirting with Louis Anderson. You know what I mean, bro? You don't want to be doing the gap. I'm sorry. And this is from a guy that was once sitting in the park and a homeless man came up to me and goes, "Fuck you, you gay Louis Anderson motherfucker." You know? That's what the guy once said to me as I was sitting in the park. Okay? So this is for me. I'm always like squeezing my teeth together at night, so I never get that. Okay? I do teeth kegels, okay? Just to make sure that shit is tight. Okay? My shit is tight.
I think you're right. I think if I were thin and attractive, I could pull off having a gap because I'm a big fatty. You can't put a hat on a hat when it comes to being heavy because like I'm so afraid of going bald because I'm like the fat bald guy and then he's like, oh man, like that's just like that's bad. Yeah, so you're right. I could not pull off having a gap in my teeth. I would be Louis Anderson.
That's why I'm blessed every day. My cock is fat as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Hey, spread the rumors. Spread the rumors. Rumors are true. Rumors are true. Rumors are true. Most everyone that listens will never see it, so rumors are true, bro. Is this normally you talk a lot about Top Chef, and your guest doesn't just make dick and asshole jokes, huh?
I think it's 50-50.
50-50.
I mean, it might be 80-20.
Yeah, it might be more. It depends. It depends. Sometimes we talk more about nothing. So.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. This is going to be great for Brian to edit. So Byron, who is jacked and has a gap in his teeth, made a great dish, and that's good because he's the only person left for Brian on his fantasy team.
I'm really upset that Byron wasn't on the top 3 final judges. They seem to love his meal, and he didn't get top 3 at the final judges. Like, what's going on?
I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, I think I did share what our standings were with Tom, and so he may have like retroactively gone back and edited it and been like, I don't want him to win.
These judges look hot. All these judges dress up nice. Did you notice that?
Yes.
To sit outside too. Usually they dress up nice and go to a restaurant. They dress nice inside at a picnic table.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look so fucking hot. They look like they were going to like a wedding anniversary for themselves or some shit. Like they all look good. And I didn't understand it. Also, who's your boy that you met at the restaurant? What's his name? The star
Tom
of the show?
Colicchio.
Tom.
Yeah.
I totally agree that like restaurant workers did a lot during this pandemic, right? I totally agree. Yep. I think that they were frontline workers. it feels a little weird when he says it at the end. You know what I mean?
It does.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It's almost like he wants to look in the camera and be like, "We're really important, actually."
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
They
cops, firefighters, and then chefs.
They almost should have hired a firefighter or like a nurse or a doctor to come up and be like, you restaurant workers also did a lot. They shouldn't have had like a restaurant worker say it.
Yeah.
It felt a little fucking cornbally. I was rolling my eyes. You know what I'm saying? And I only have respect for them because I love food, restaurants, people. You know, I didn't do shit. I collected unemployment, right? So, I mean, God bless, but like they should have just hired someone else to do it. You know, I look like a garbage man. I could have came on and been like, I'm a front line. I was a garbage man during the pandemic, you know? I just want to say these fucking restaurant guys, they got me through this shit, you know?
And then, I mean, like, I guess it depends on like what the level, like what the bar, like where we're setting the bar, because like, do you think that these people actually they had it terrible? Do you think they got treated worse than nurses and doctors? Because I remember hearing stories about people
who's treating doctors and nurses bad. People
I heard stories of people going to nurses and be like, "Give me the fucking Trump medicine. I don't like COVID's not real. Give me the Trump medicine," and yelling at nurses. Yet everyone yells at a fucking restaurant worker.
Yeah. I didn't hear any of this nurse doctor story. People, I think what was bad about the nurse doctors were they were seeing people dying. I don't think it was the bedside manner that was bad. I think it was the disease.
Yeah, they had a different they didn't get yelled at by people on the street, but they did have to deal with a lot of people dying, which is
Brian gets a lot of his COVID stuff from 8chan, so
I feel you, bro. I feel you. I know he sends me all these fucking blockchain shits all day long. I'm like, slow down, dude. My phone's being fucking tapped now. You know what I mean?
We're mining, dude. We're going to the moon. Get on.
So at judges table, Jamie is speaking without making any weird sounds, and that was like, okay. So I put on here that this feels like when the protagonist in an anime gets a power up and then beats the villain in the arc, and I just want to make that be known that I'm not using an anime reference because she's Asian.
Beautiful.
Yeah, if you gotta say it, you are.
I just want to make sure everyone knows I'm not using the anime reference because she's Asian. I love anime. It's
Jamal,
let's
talk about this for a second, though. You probably thought of it at first because she was Asian. You know what I mean? It was probably the first thing that popped in your mind, Jamal.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
All right. So it is what it is, bro. It's what it is.
I gotta stop watching One Piece before watching Top Chef.
I never watched any anime. Is it good?
It gets you through a pandemic.
I feel you.
Brian Reeves, you watched anime before?
No.
Okay, Brian Reeves is too adult for anime, and Brian, what's your reasoning?
I think anime is too adult for me.
Okay, great. So it's both sides of the coin there.
I watch
good.
cartoons for kids.
Reeves, how old are you?
I'm 34. That's right.
Nice.
Yes.
That's cool. It's not that adult.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't appeal to me, anime. I get why some people like it, but it just, it's a little, I don't know. It doesn't do anything for me. It feels a little crazy.
And so now we're in a segment called Guess Our Ages. So this is a segment we do all the time. Thank you, Sebastian.
100%. Thank you.
For segueing us to it. So
I got your notes.
Guess, so if you can guess my age and Brian's age, we can round out the segment.
Brian, I'm going to say that you're 20. Oh, no, you're 31.
Wow.
How old are you?
I'm fucking 36 in in like 2 weeks.
Wow. Good for you.
Birthday coming up.
Good for you, bro. All right, Jamal, I'm going to say what? Either 19 or I mean, barely legal or no, what are you? You're probably what? 33?
35.
35. Wow. All right.
And that concludes the segment.
Well,
I don't get to play.
I was just gonna say that I know Sebastian is younger than me, and it's because he's very successful. And I go, well, I haven't done shit, and I get mad about it. And then when I was doing like improv coaching things and like Sebastian was coaching me, my brain's like, he's fucking younger than me. This is ridiculous.
Okay, so now let's get into
you
this.
had that internal struggle.
Yeah, this is the real
Jesus.
reason Brian wanted you on. He wanted to try
Yeah,
and make
so
you feel
let's
bad.
get into this now. Sebastian, were you at any one of Brian's Herald tryouts?
He was.
I was.
He was. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Okay, so now let's get into that.
We actually want to get so. This
Go
is
ahead.
stupid. This is so.
No, just throw it down. I'll make you cut it if I don't like it.
Yeah.
You know?
No,
So just throw it down.
It's I'm gonna cut it anyway because this is fucking ridiculous. I the last 2 tryouts for Lloyd, I got to the third thing. Like I got to
Beautiful.
the last thing each time.
Yeah,
The
you're a
second-
good improviser. I remember.
The second time,
coaching
yeah,
you.
I'm
yeah.
fucking great. The second time, you were in the room, but I didn't get out. I didn't get a beat, and then I tried to do a group game, and 2 people fucking stepped to my group game and took it over, and I was just like in my head, like, well, this isn't going well, and I just like shit the bed.
Yeah.
The third time, I crushed it and didn't get on.
All right, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say?
Jamal brought it
I
up.
mean-
I don't want to talk about it.
I'll tell you this, bro. I wasn't a decision maker. I was there, I think, to make people feel happy. I think I was like more of like a person, just a happy face, because I coach a lot of people and I have a nice laugh. I
Yeah.
feel like I have a good energy. I think that people
Mhm.
are like. I think I was there just to be happy. But I say that. Brian left the room. I fucking tore him a new asshole. I go, this fucking loser can't step out. I go, I push people to get on Lloyd. I push people to get on Lloyd. On my audition, 8 people walked in. I pushed 2 out. I go, yeah, see you next time, you fucking losers. Right? I did 4 scenes. Are you kidding me?
I did it.
Brian, I was just there to
Third
laugh.
time,
was just there
third
to
time I
laugh.
did it. Third time I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna get out, and y'all need to come up and step to me." I was like,
Yes.
if y'all want stage time, get on stage.
Yes.
The third time, and then I didn't get it.
Yes, because that's a good mentality to go into a team sport with. Come step to me. Right? I mean, the flaw is the process of auditioning to make an art form competitive at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
But all that's dead, so it don't matter, right? Now we just get to be beautiful, and the audience tells you if you're funny or not. You know what I mean? Which is going to be nice because people that deserve to be on will get laughs from audiences, and people that were on and didn't deserve to be will not get laughs from audiences, right? The audience doesn't lie.
Exactly. And now the pendulum's swinging back.
Yes, let's
So
see if
Brian-
I'm funny. Let's see if when I go back, if I can get a couple of chuckles, or if I'm getting that Snickers bar ever.
All right, Brian, keep all that in. That
No.
was gold.
Don't cut any of
Because
that.
now I feel bad about it. So we gotta get rid of it.
What, yo, bro? Why do you feel bad? Why would you feel bad?
No, just because it's like because I'm at the point now where I don't care, but I did care. So it's like bringing
Of
up
course.
these I feel like a bitter child,
Eh,
which like
don't.
I'm not now, but like it's like you know,
Bro, if you didn't care, anyone that pretends that they don't care, that I don't enjoy. I think that there should be, that we should be honest about how much we cared. I cared so much. I needed it. You know what I mean? And I also was hungry for it. And I also like how you said, I said, yeah, you're funny. And you go, hell yeah, I am. I'm about that shit too. I think that fucking in comedy, it is a lot of we have to have this fake humbleness about ourselves, right? So we can't be like, I'm good at this, right? Even though you're literally dedicating your whole life to doing an art form that you don't make money for, right? It would be psychopathic to think that you weren't good at it and to give up your whole life doing it.
yeah.
So,
This is why I walk around telling strangers on the street, I'm funnier than you, right?
see, but you know what you do, Jamal? Why don't you just be funnier than them? Then tell them.
No, no, it's all about telling someone. I had to tell them. That's where I get my fill. So, like we said, Abshar was eliminated. Take a listen.
Seamless.
Oh my God.
Seamless.
Avishar, please pack your knives and go. I'm so sorry.
See you in Last Chance Kitchen. It's not over yet. I'll do my best.
You got this, dude.
I was eliminated today. I don't feel great about it, but on every challenge and every environment, no matter how I felt, I gave 100%.
It's Chris. Just kidding, it's me. I never thought I would even compete professionally one day of my life, but I've made it this far in this competition. Let me at least do a cartwheel out of here.
That was very cool.
Yeah, just because you have a failure or crumble, or maybe you're a Bengali person that can't make rice, a couple times, but I'm still alive. So take the risk, take the chance, and go for it.
All right. Well, Avishar's going home. He goes to Last Chance Kitchen and gets his ass kicked by Sasha, so he's actually out of the competition.
Yeah, you got this, dude. Nah, you don't. You're out of this thing.
So also Jamie won, but
Oh yeah, my girl Jamie won. She's back in one episode and she already wins.
I like Jamie. She's cool.
She's
cool.
In the episode, like 2 episodes ago, she made a Yao Ming reference, and it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked Jamie to win the whole thing, and when she got eliminated, I was like, oh. Then she came back, and I was like, oh my god.
She rules.
My prediction still stands.
Do you think that Avishar made blood scrambled eggs just to make Tom eat it?
It did look gross. It didn't come out red at all. It just looked like gray, right? Like grayish brown.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is what happens when you cook your blood. Not that I know.
Oh my god. It coagulates, whatever word they kept throwing around. It was, it coagulates at the same temperature, right?
Yeah.
For this dude, what's his name?
Avishar.
The note I had for him was he needed a guy to open his jar in the first round. If you watch the episode, he literally passes his jar to someone else and they open it. I go, this dude's losing.
How did I miss that?
Right out the gate, I knew this dude was a loser. I'm so sorry. But what was the deal? Why did he say Chris is out? Why did he do that fake? Was that like an inside joke or something?
I think he was just being funny.
Yeah.
He was like awkward, and he was like, oh, I don't know how to deal with the fact that I got eliminated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did think Chris was going to go home, though.
Yeah, Chris did really bad. He cooked a flavorless chicken, which he's done a couple of times now, and then Gail said he has no soul. So I feel like it's not going to work out for him in the next few episodes.
Which is a pretty targeted thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a targeted thing to say to a black person that you have no soul in your cooking.
Well, I think why they kept him was because he had the whole thing that his family died during COVID. Remember?
That's right. Yeah, he
he dropped that. He's like, this means a lot to me because my family died.
Yeah, so they can't get rid of him then.
You can't get rid of. You can't be like, I had multiple family members die.
Tom said off camera, cut him next episode.
Yeah, give him one more. Give him one more.
Yeah.
Give him one more. Cut him next episode.
And what was the cartwheel deal? Does he do that a lot, this dude?
No, again, I think it's just nervous energy.
He's very. I think he's young, and I think he's just very nervous and doesn't know how to express himself when he feels kind of like uncomfortable. And it was like a weird. He probably was like upset about it, and I think it was just one of these weird moments where he was like, "I don't really know how to like manage my emotions," so he just tried to. Do
I know.
A little weird.
I know that as a man, if I'm going like rather than cry in public, I'm gonna do something strong.
Yes.
Well, isn't this how you left some of your Herald auditions, doing cartwils and like saying, you didn't make it?
Punching
No,
walls.
because I'm cutting that, so I have to like go do a reference to something I'm cutting.
You're not cutting it. Keep it in.
Sebastian,
if you cut that, you have to leave the great poignant point that Sebastian made at the end.
After I left my Herald audition, I lifted a bunch of dumbbells. I was doing curls. And I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
Keep going, Brian. Keep telling us about how you were working out after the Herald. Keep telling us about what else are you doing? I heard you left the audition and you said, this city is my gym. And then you went to the scaffolding and you started doing chin-ups.
I was doing pull-ups, yeah. I'd never done a pull-up in my entire life, but I did it because I was so jacked from that.
You saw a bunch of hot kids. You ripped a fire hydrant right out the ground. And you go, enjoy. Who needs fucking Hurricane Harbor, Six Flags? Welcome to New York City, motherfuckers.
I bought them all Mr. Softy. I didn't let them pick what they wanted, though. I said, you all get push pops. And they liked it. They appreciated it because it was free.
Wow.
And then Brian was doing burpees from the push pops.
Yeah, but I do them differently where I just have gas in public.
Yeah, he just had gas bubbles.
He was just blowing ass on the streets. You were flipping tires, but cars were attached. I saw you, bro.
Yeah, I was real emotional. So yeah, I was flipping cars.
Yeah. That's cool. No, I go to therapy, so I process my emotions a little bit. I'm a true man of You know, I speak a lot of bullshit. Almost everything I've said on this podcast has been complete bullshit and lies, right? So, but I do, the one thing I do always speak truthfully about is I try to process my emotions and I go to therapy. That's good. So maybe he needs to do that. Yeah, it is good, you know?
Yeah. It's great.
Avatar and Show they had a pop-up open up in Seattle, I think, where they did a Harold and Kumar, a White Castle inspired restaurant pop-up with Avatar and Shota, and that was cool as shit, and I wish I could do that. I wish I could have gone to there.
I like that.
Just a little note that I know.
Just a quick recap on the Fantasy League standings. I'm winning. Team Hall of Fame is winning with 56.5 points. Team Damian Lillard's Wave You Goodbye Reeves team is in second place with 53 points, and Brian's team, Team Deathmatch, which I guess means that your team's killing themselves because you got one person left, is in last place with 31.5 points.
Jesus.
So
I'm trash.
Not good.
Let's do our closing segment we do all the time, and all the guests love being put on the spotlight for this. Let's do add foam, debone, or send home. Sebastian, this is where you can pick from all three of us and pick who you want to add foam to, who you want to debone, and who do you want to send home.
Who do I want? So add foam.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to add some foam to Reeves, okay? I think Reeves needs a little foam. We're talking that like you're not too old, bro. You're not too old. I don't know
to
what
watch
that
anime.
Was. You're not too old. We got to add some fucking foam to you, bro. We got to get a little, have a little light bubbles, you know? Fucking get some fucking Martin's bubbly down your throat. You know what I'm saying, bro? Let's add some foam on top of this Playboy, you know?
Okay. I like that.
All right.
I'll watch some Dragon Ball Z. Okay.
Nice.
That's good.
Now, if I ask him to do another reference, you think he can?
Yeah, go ahead. What do you got?
What's another reference?
Pokemon? Pokemon's an anime, right?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
See, that's two.
All right.
That's two. That's all we need, bro.
Moving Castle. That's another one.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. He watches anime.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Who would I debone, right? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
This feels like, I don't know if this is sexual or this is like a castrata shit. You know what I'm saying?
Be whatever you want it to be.
I guess I'm gonna have to debone Jamal. I think Jamal's got one too many bones going on inside of him. I think we gotta turn Jamal a little more. We gotta make Jamal a little more mushy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay. Debone and bruh. I mean, I did it once during the Harold. And this was your last chance improv right here, bro. This was last chance improv. And I'm sorry. Pack up your object work knives. You're going home. Oh no, you're picking them up from the sharp side. No, be careful. Oh no.
All right, Sebastian, do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Yeah, listen to my podcast, Loud About Nothing. I do 2 a week, one solo. I just bullshit. The other one I have guests on. Just listen. I try to be funny. It's funny. I lie. I make jokes. Please listen, please.
Go listen to his podcast. Reeves, Brian, anything else? No, great. All right, that's it for us. We're going to pack our knives and go.